How's it? I was popping this D. About to react to this video about NBA action. This is Derrick Rose getting emotional on watching Michael Jordan's The Last Dance docu-series. Okay, I can see why he would feel really connected to this docu-series with him, previously playing on the Bulls. And I believe D Rose is from Chicago. And Jordan played for the Bulls. And I don't know if Jordan was from Chicago too. Not sure, but I'm sure he really looked up to Jordan. His entire childhood, and he probably was his biggest inspiration for wanting to play basketball. So it makes sense that he got emotional. So let's see him talk about The Last Dance. Let's watch.
What was it like growing up in Chicago as a kid, and why did you pick basketball over other sports?
Jordan,
growing up in Chicago, I love growing up in Chicago. It was great. I hooped, so I was able to see both sides of Chicago. Most people in Chicago stay in that one area where they grew up, and because I played basketball, I was able to go to different parks, move around freely without having fights, or that's one, because I showed respect and I showed love, so I was able to move around. And when you grow up there, you have to watch everything, so you're mindful of your surroundings, you're alert, but it made me who I am as a man today. And with basketball being added on, it allowed me to see a lot of things at an early age that inspired me when I was younger. So I feel like Chicago was just misunderstood, but I could be biased.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been watching The Last Dance. What's your take or perspective on MJ?
So my perspective on, for one, I love the documentary. It just showed how determined and how he was a student of the game, and he was chasing greatness. So it just showed that he dedicated his whole life to his craft. So it was great to see.
How did MJ impact you growing up in Chicago?
Oh man, growing up in Chi, I had a chance to go over to MJ crib when I was younger, when I was in high school. Like I said, in Chicago, basketball is a culture, so it holds weight. So I got invited to his house when I was a sophomore by Jeffrey and Marcus, and I remember they asked me, I couldn't believe it, So the day before, I'm nervous, I go to sleep at 9, I wake up that morning, they pick me up, we head out there, and I just remember getting to the gate. You see the 23 on the gate open, and we drive in, and you see this impeccable landscape, and you keep driving through the driveway, and we saw a speed sign that blew me away. Wow, you got a speed sign in this driveway. So we get to that house, and it's like a palace, it's like a complex, and you see 5 or 6 vehicles out there. So we get out the car, and I remember the main entrance was to our left. We were going to the right. So when we got out the car, we passed by the 6 vehicles that we saw when we was pulling in. There were 6 Bentleys, GTs, had 6 Bentleys out there. Blew me away. We get to the entrance, and the whole time I'm thinking man, I'm not gonna see MJ. He's gonna be somewhere else in the house. He's just gonna let us play in the gym and all that. We entered the door there. We entered the door. It was where the gym was. They were in that hoop. That whole time, I watched them every second while I was there. Watched them the entire time. Watched them be a dad. Watched them take out garbage. Things I never thought I'd be able to see, but I got the opportunity. So I remember them taking me back home, and I'm in my room, and I got the TV off, and I'm looking at the paint on my wall, because like a couple of months prior to that, I tried to paint my room with blue paint, and the paint job was terrible. So I'm looking at the paint like, man, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing here? And I remember like having that jinx feeling that I had like prior, like to me actually meeting Mike when I was younger. I used to always feel like I was gonna get jinxed because I was winning a lot. So ninth grade, after I met them, after I went to that crib, it went away. I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna get that lifestyle. My mom gonna live decent. Whatever I gotta do, I gotta do it. And I promised myself that night that I was gonna be on a mission. And me seeing that, with MJ giving me the opportunity, it made me, he let me manifest my dreams from.
Yes, manifestation.
So I appreciate that, MJ.
That's a really sweet story. Where's the tears though? Fuck out of here getting emotional. I expected tears, alright? I expected him to cry. He ain't gotta cry, it's fine, but that's just what I expected from the title. That's what the title heavily implies, but whatever. Anyway, this is a great story. It just further confirms how many athletes MJ inspired. Like, they all looked up to him and wanted to be like him and wanted to play ball because of how great he was. So this is really dope, and it's cool to hear D-Rose talk about this. It's a different side to him because I don't usually hear him talk like that, you know? This is probably the most emotion we could get out of him, honestly, so this is probably emotional for D-Rose, let's be clear. But cool little video. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. Let me know what other videos you want me to react to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!